Imagine, for a moment, a fortune so vast, so meticulously plundered, that it reshaped the very economic landscape of a continent. A treasure not merely measured in gold bars, but in the stolen identity of nations, the melted-down heirlooms of countless families, and the very dental fillings of its victims. This isn't just a historical footnote. It's a gaping void in the official record. A phantom fortune that fuels geopolitical speculation even today. We're talking about the secret of the Third Reich's gold, and why, nearly 8 decades later, its final resting place remains one of history's most tantalizing and perhaps dangerous enigmas. For those of us who peer beyond the surface narratives, who understand that real power is often held in the shadows, the sheer scale of Nazi Germany's wartime wealth accumulation is both horrifying and fascinating. Forget the simplistic tales. This was an industrial-scale operation, a masterclass in financial subjugation. From the moment the first panzer rolled across a border, the Nazi regime wasn't just conquering territory. It was systematically liquidating the assets of entire nations. The Reichsbank, Germany's central bank, became less a financial institution and more a vast processing plant for stolen goods. Think about it. The national treasuries of Austria, Czechoslovakia, Poland, Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, France, Norway, Italy, Greece, Yugoslavia, the Soviet Union, country after country, their gold reserves, their art, their industrial capacity, all funneled back to Berlin. But it didn't stop at state-owned assets. The Gestapo and the SS, with chilling precision, went after individual wealth. Jewish citizens, political opponents, anyone deemed an enemy of the state, saw their bank accounts seized, their properties confiscated, their jewelry, their artwork, even their wedding rings, melted down into anonymous ingots. The sheer logistics involved in this process, the detailed record-keeping by institutions like the infamous Dagesh, which even extracted gold from the teeth of concentration camp victims, speaks to a meticulous, almost engineering-like approach to systematic plunder. This wasn't chaotic looting. It was an orchestrated, state-sanctioned financial terror, generating an estimated hundreds of billions in today's currency. By 1945, as the Allied armies closed in, Berlin held the largest gold reserve in the world, a truly unprecedented concentration of wealth built on unimaginable suffering. The question then becomes, what happened to it? The official story tells us that much of the gold found its way back to legitimate hands, recovered by the Allies from various caches. And indeed, a significant portion was. But for those of us who understand the complexity of large-scale operations and the human capacity for foresight and subterfuge, the idea that all of it was accounted for feels incomplete. As the war turned irrevocably against Germany, the Nazi high command, always planning for the long game, began to disperse its ill-gotten gains. Operation Bernhard, the massive counterfeiting scheme designed to destabilize the British economy, also produced high-quality forged currency that could be used post-war. But it was the physical gold that represented tangible, undeniable power, a hedge against any future. Trains laden with bullion, crates of priceless art, and confidential documents began disappearing into the fractured landscape of the collapsing Reich. This is where the narrative shifts from grim historical fact to the realm of high-stakes historical investigation, where the line between meticulous record and tantalizing rumor blurs. One of the most enduring theories centers on the so-called Alpine Redoubt. Deep in the mountains of Bavaria and Austria, Hitler envisioned a final stronghold, an impregnable fortress from which his regime could stage a last stand, or perhaps regroup for a future resurgence. It's a concept that resonates with anyone fascinated by survivalism or the engineering of subterranean structures. Within this network of rumored bunkers and tunnels, could vast quantities of gold have been hidden? Lake Toplitz in Austria, with its abyssal depths and sunken Nazi artifacts, has long been a focal point. Divers have recovered crates of forged British sterling from its icy waters, proof of Operation Bernhard. But many believe far more lies submerged, perhaps the ultimate financial nest egg, secured against an uncertain future. The sheer difficulty of a comprehensive search in such conditions means the secrets of Toplitz might remain undisturbed for generations. Then there's the tantalizing legend of the gold train of Wałbrzych, Poland. For years, locals whispered of a Nazi armored train laden with gold, gems, and weaponry, buried deep within a forgotten tunnel system beneath the Owl Mountains. In 2015, these whispers erupted onto the global stage when two treasure hunters claimed to have found undeniable evidence of the train. The ensuing media frenzy, the ground-penetrating radar scans, the official excavations, it all fueled the collective imagination. A real-world Indiana Jones hunt for a lost artifact of immense value. While no gold-laden train has been publicly recovered, the very fact that such a possibility ignited a national excavation underscores the persistent belief that much remains undiscovered, cleverly concealed by a regime that mastered the art of hidden infrastructure. Beyond these more publicized searches, the story branches out into even more shadowy territory. The idea that significant portions of this gold were funneled into neutral countries like Switzerland, Sweden, Argentina, or the Vatican is not just speculation. It's backed by historical evidence of wartime transactions. This gold wouldn't have been for immediate spending, but for something far more insidious: to fund the escape of high-ranking Nazis, to establish covert financial networks, to support neo-Nazi movements in the post-war era, and to lay the groundwork for what some call the Fourth Reich, an economic and ideological continuation, rather than a military one. This is where the gold becomes less about its intrinsic value and more about its strategic utility, a silent weapon funding a continued struggle from the shadows. The notion that such a vast wealth could disappear into the global financial ether, leaving only faint traces, challenges our understanding of accountability and the mechanisms of international finance. The ultimate mystery of the Third Reich's gold isn't just about where the gold bars are physically located. It's about the lingering question of what that unaccounted-for wealth did. Did it quietly facilitate the integration of former Nazi scientists into Allied programs? A transactional Faustian bargain hidden from public view? Did it fund covert intelligence operations that continue to shape geopolitical landscapes even now? Or is it simply out there, waiting to be found? a testament to the meticulous planning of a criminal enterprise and the enduring power of buried secrets? For those of us who seek to understand the deeper currents of history, who see beyond the curated headlines and question the neatly packaged explanations, the mystery of the Nazi gold serves as a powerful reminder. It tells us that history is rarely as linear or as resolved as we're led to believe. It's a compelling piece of evidence that the mechanisms of power, the financial networks, and the subterranean operations of governments and shadow organizations are often far more complex, far more extensive, and far more enduring than the official versions let on. The gold isn't just treasure, it's a key to understanding a vast, untold narrative of influence, survival, and perhaps ongoing control. What do you think? Is this gold truly lost to history, scattered to the winds, and melted into forgotten assets? Or does it, in some hidden vault or covert account, still serve as a silent testament to a dark ambition, waiting for its moment to surface? The answers, I suspect, are far more intricate than any simple discovery, buried not just in the earth, but in the very fabric of our modern world. And finding them means looking beyond the obvious, digging deeper, and always questioning the official story.